Right. People of the internet. So Nasi, I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
You're excited.
Exactly.
I think it's high time. It's high time.
I think this is the first time that we had like a proper sit down between both of us.
Yes.
Since we started knowing each other, probably back in way back.
Way big. That is how many years, I think. More than how many years?
More than 4 years.
More than 4 years.
And I asked myself the other day, like, I never had like a proper picture with Kundai Chitima, and yet I've known him for years.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I've heard. That's what men are like.
Yes, that's what men do.
We don't do those things like we're like this.
And I was waiting for this day that we really sit down and talk about content creation.
Yes.
Because for me, content creation changed my life, and you're one of the people that introduced the content creation to me way back.
Oh, nice.
And another thing, like, what you never did give like a proper explanation why you stopped the content creation. Like, you introduced content creation to people like me, including Uncle Saint, including other content creators that we know today.
Yes.
Most of them, they were inspired by you, but then after inspiring people, you vanished.
Yeah, you know what happens. I think I should probably explain.
Exactly, you should.
Because
you should. You owe people an explanation.
Thing that happens when you're doing, when you're growing as well. You're growing up. I don't know, growing or growing up.
Yeah.
So what happened is I was doing content creation, and then I made, like, there are people who follow us. So there was someone who followed me, and then he became like close. And then he became my mentor.
Okay.
So what happened is he then told me that, like, there was a day he phoned me, said, how much are you making? I said, I'm making $1,000.
Speaking with audacity.
Yes, I was saying like more than $1,000 a month. And I was like very happy saying that. And he said,
exactly.
$1,000, my guy, that is just cheap.
Pocket man.
Yeah, I said you need to make money. That is like too small. You're making too small. They said, how old are you? Look at your age, and you're making $1,000. That is like, doesn't make any sense. You shouldn't be making that much. When are you going to make $1 million? Because for you to make $1 million, you need to make 1,000 more than the one that you're making.
Exactly.
I was like, hey. So I said, so what should I do? Then he said, you need to start doing a business.
A proper business.
Because at that time, I think he thought that content creation is not going to be going anywhere. So as for me, I knew about content creation. I loved content creation. But then
you knew the potential.
Yeah, the potential and everything. And I was actually making like good money. Because I actually bought my first car. By then, no one was doing content creation
like
and
the
making
way,
money.
Yeah.
You understand? Nowadays people actually show each other, like, I make $5,000 a month and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what? At that time, no one was doing anything like that. Let me just say I was the only one who was doing it. I think it was...
Yeah, you were.
Gambakwe. There was Gambakwe, there was Zigo. Yeah, there was Gambakwe, Zigo. I think like just a few people, less than 5 people in Zimbabwe were doing it by then.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let me start doing a business. And then I started doing the business. Then the business started taking over. I was making good money. When you're making sales, and you are getting sales of a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't say this.
Like good money. I mean, that is good money. If you were making more than 1,000.
Yes.
You see?
So it started taking more of my time. Like, instead of me doing content, I started doing that business. But just a few years, or maybe the same months. How many years? It was, I think, around 3 years,
yeah,
right?
Two. I would say 2.
Yeah, I went out for a few years. So something happened. These businesses. And that's why they say in Zimbabwe, business is not for the faint-hearted.
It's not for the weak.
Yeah, something happened, and then I lost everything. Like, everything. Everything, including even the cars that I had bought, even like the properties that I had got, all of them, they like, just like that.
Vanished.
Yes. So I lost. It was a business. it has nothing to do with the mesh, or anything like that.
Exactly.
People are always saying, hey, no. It was just a business mistake that I did. And then I lost everything. It's one of those things.
And now you're back to content creation.
That's when I was like, you know what? I lost everything. And then I went back home. At that time, I actually got depressed. I think I spent almost a month or two. And I was like in my small little world. Like,
yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Yes, everything is out now, but I'm still capable. I still have my hands.
Exactly.
Now it's time for me. There's a book that I wrote. Do you know that?
You wrote a book?
I've got a book. I'm supposed to publish that. I have a book. It's finished.
I would love to read. I'd love to read.
Yes, and that book, the title, I'm still trying to work on the title, but it has got something to do with starting a business with no capital. With zero capital, zero financial capital. Because, you taught
us. Is content creation one of the things that you wrote in the book where you can start?
Yes, I talked about it. So I was like, you know what? I wrote a book. I need to start using this.
Yes.
And then I started doing it. I was like, what is it that I can do? Because in that book, I was saying for you to make money without putting financial capital, you just need to learn a skill and then you monetize the skill. You understand?
Wow.
So I was like, you know what is the skill that I'm good at? Okay, I'm good at content creation.
So you were learning from the book that you wrote?
Yes, from the book that I wrote. That's exactly what I did. And then I started I started from exactly the steps that I was writing in that book. Learn a skill, monetize it. Using social media, of course. So that's when I started creating videos. And then this time now, I was like, after this failure in business, I had to think of what I should do. And because, this content creation, I had to strategize.
Exactly.
Because I realized something. When I was doing content before I left, I was doing social commentary.
Exactly.
So I was starting social commentary. I was like, you know what? Social commentary is it's difficult to make money doing social commentary because what do you call it? CPM.
Yeah, very low. CPM.
Yes, RPM, CPM, very low.
Exactly.
And also you need to be on your toes every time.
It's not green content.
It's not green content.
It loses value.
Yes. So if I do a video today, if let's say Birioti is given a car by say week tomorrow, if I say Birioti has been given a car by saying people will be like, come on, we know it.
We know it.
It happened yesterday. So that's when I was like, you know what? This content, I have to be
hands-on
every time.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
Yeah.
And as for me, I don't like working too hard.
You want to work smart.
You know what? Content creation gives us the freedom.
Exactly. Flexibility.
Yes. I can decide right now that, you know what? Now I just want to watch this series.
Exactly.
Let me just watch at any given time.
At any given
I can say now I'm tired. I need to sleep. I can sleep. You understand? Or I can just go and see my mom in Mrewade and then I chill. So that's one thing that I love. But if you are doing social commentary, you won't have that freedom.
Exactly. You won't.
You have to be constantly on social media getting to know what is happening. So that's when I was like, you know what? As for me, I actually don't like, personally, I don't like those drama things that happen on social media. I was following those days because it was work. I was doing it because it was work. But then I was like, you know what? Now I don't need to do that. What should I do? That's when I was like, I need to start doing green content, evergreen content.
Exactly.
So evergreen content, this is the content that when someone watches it, even if it is written 10 months ago, you can still watch.
It doesn't lose value.
It doesn't lose value. The videos that I do now, you can watch it now, even if it is from 2 years ago.
Exactly.
It still makes sense to you now.
Yeah, I've noticed another thing, that the kind of content that we're creating right now, you could see that even if you go where it says share, a lot of people are sharing your video, recommending your video to other people so that they can learn.
Yes.
So that is green content, the power of green content.
That's the power of doing this. So that's also, what it has also helped me with is I've actually managed to, sometimes I don't do a lot of work. I remember in November and December and January, I think I did less than 10 videos. 3 months, my guy.
Exactly.
But I still make 4 figures.
You see? That's the best thing of green content.
Yes.
Green content is now more about quality.
the quality.
You invest much time even in editing, paying attention to every detail so that everything comes out good.
Yes. I was talking to someone, they were asking me, how long do you take to edit a video? I was like, sometimes I take a month to edit one video. I was like, what? I said, yeah, I have to do it because you know what? It's like art to me.
Yeah.
You know, you enjoy. You're crafting a story.
Exactly.
And you know exactly how you want the viewers to feel when you're working on the video and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So it's been very, very interesting. So I started doing evergreen content, and evergreen content has been super amazing for me.
And it's, you know, for me, I would say you're one of the people that I'm grateful for, because back then you were hot property. You were one of the people who were doing it right. Even people like my Titi, you know, for you to say something and then they come out answering you or responding you, it means you are up there. You see. So for me, I would say you were one of the best content creators back then, and you still are today. Because what surprised me today is that other people, they look at your numbers and they look at numbers like me, Uncle Saint, and other content creators who have 100,000. People say, Kundai is there. I was like, you guys, you have no idea. Even behind the scenes, we go to him and learn. Because they don't know the past.
Yeah.
They don't know like, you are the godfather of content creation here in Zimbabwe. Like a lot of people. I mean, what surprised me is that a lot of content creators today, they don't usually sit down and say, YouTube pays, Facebook pays. These are the only two platforms that can really pay you very well in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
So when a TikToker blows up, they say, oh wow, that's the big deal. But they don't know that behind the scene, there's someone who has like even 10,000 subscribers and they're making like 2K a month.
So that's the thing now. You know, that's the beauty of YouTube now.
Exactly.
That's why I love YouTube.
Exactly.
You know, I've got my students. I teach them social media, especially YouTube. It's for me, when they come, they say, I want to do Facebook. They're like, no, you're okay, you can do Facebook. But what I want you to focus on, YouTube. Then you take that content and then you send it to Facebook. After you
same content,
the same content. So if once you start creating content specifically for YouTube, you are now a content creator. You understand?
Exactly.
You are now a real content creator.
Exactly.
All these other things, do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say, but to me, you are not a content creator.
People don't understand. Because YouTube is very specific. Even the celebrities that you see here in Zimbabwe, most of them, they are afraid of posting on YouTube. Yes. Because YouTube doesn't play around.
YouTube is for content creators. Not like, you know, all those ones there.
You have to be creative.
You have to be a content creator, a real content creator. You understand? You can't just wake up and say, if you think you are a very good content creator, come today. We are on YouTube. Create a 10-minute video on YouTube.
Exactly.
Because there's some good that's not content. You're not
Zeze ku-YouTube.
Uya ku-YouTube. Ndikuratidze kuti unokwara. Unozvisungirira.
YouTube is crazy. YouTube, you can spend even a lot of time editing a video. If you don't do it right, you can even get like 3 views.
Yes. And the thing is, YouTube, one of the things that happens when you're doing YouTube is that, I remember there was a time when they said, when someone has got 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they've got, someone actually saying it's 100,000 on TikTok. 100,000. Because don't play with YouTube.
YouTube is not easy.
1 subscriber.
For me, when I reached 1,000 subscribers, I was really excited because it's not easy. The excitement that I had when I had like 1K is more superior than the one that I had when I had like 100K.
100K. So you know what? That process of going from 0 subscribers to 1,000 subscribers, that is where that's the college.
Yeah.
That's where you are trained to be a YouTuber. Because when you are doing this, you are uploading a video, you don't get views, and then you upload a video, and then maybe after 2 days, you see you had 11 subscribers, now you have 12. That's it. But when you're at 100,000, you just, sometimes you don't even look at how many subscribers. You just do this. Anytime you can just, what do you call it? Reload.
Exactly.
And then it's at 23,240. Reload. 23,241. It's like
refresh
it's like that. But when you are starting 5 days, 1 week, and then you'll be like, one more to go to get to 100 subscribers. You understand? So that process, it makes you, once you go through I usually talk to people, and those people will come to me and say, you know what, I want to buy a channel. And I'm like, you know what, buying a channel is not going to help you with anything. That's the honest truth.
Exactly.
Buying a channel, you can get a channel for 100,000 right now.
Yeah.
But you will not get views.
Exactly.
Because like, it's not your audience.
I wanted to do an experiment. There was this kid who posted, a Zimbabwean content creator, a young kid who was posting shorts on YouTube. And then one day he posted Mr. Beast. The channel blew up to 100K.
What?
Yeah. And like I said, I wanted to do an experiment. I wanted to buy the channel. I approached him and I said, I'll give you like $200 and another 1,000 channel that it is 1,000 subscribers, organic, like Zimbabwean audience. The kid said, because like he was hyped now.
He thought he's now
he thought he was now a content creator. Like what he did, he just took a clip of Mr. Beast, a short where he was celebrating a milestone.
Okay.
And then it blew up.
Okay.
And then I approached him like, this is my deal. Because I wanted to take that channel and then start creating
working on it.
Posting like Mr. Beast content, because I know what blew that channel up.
Yes. So
I needed to create
content for that
audience.
That kind of an audience, yes.
The kid said, no. First he said, talk to my manager, my brother. Yeah. And that was one of the days that he posted with his plaque, that plaque thing.
Oh, the plaque came.
Exactly. And he talked to my manager. And I said, you know what? I think I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hold back. Last year, he reached back. He said, Nkoma, I'm selling my channel for $90. And I said, nah, I'm not going to do that. Because what he was now posting on that, he was posting his own content now. He was now showing his face. And people, like, he started losing subscribers.
Oh.
And even, I've never seen something like that where a YouTube channel is 100,000 subscribers and it's getting like 100 views. In 4 days, you'd see like 100 views or even 120. Like the numbers.
That's depressing.
Yeah. So they started to realize now, because they'd offered the channel, they were saying like $600 or something like that.
Okay.
And I said, you know, my deal is I give you $200 and another YouTube channel that is already monetized, that you can start posting even your content and get better views than.
Yes.
I noticed that.
Yes.
He said, nah. Even up to now, he still has the channel, but the numbers are depressing.
Yeah.
Very, very depressing. So I learned a lesson also that buying it, probably if I had bought that channel, it was going to cause a little problems to me.
Yeah. You're going to upload it, then you get 20 views. Exactly. And you know what? Yeah. Having a channel that someone was asking me, why can't you just get a channel that is over 100,000? And I was like, you know what? My channel is at 20,000 subscribers. If I upload a video, I get 20,000 subscribers.
Exactly.
20,000 views.
20,000 views.
10,000 views. Yeah. 5,000.
Good numbers.
That's good numbers.
Healthy channel.
It's a healthy channel, that one. I like it as it is. Give me 100,000 channel and then I get 1,000. Now you want me to get depressed. That is depressing.
It's a dead channel now.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask, like, you did social commentary back then. Would you encourage someone to do it? Because the reason why I'm asking this, there are people who are now doing social commentary in a better way, more than the way that it was in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, the way we were doing it, I felt like it was too much depressing and too much negative. But other content creators are emerging out of Zimbabwe. That when you're watching their videos, even though they are not green content, it's kind of nice and enjoyable, like good content. Would you encourage someone to do social commentary in Zimbabwe? Okay,
so now the thing is, the only problem with Zimbabweans is that they are too negative. That's the problem. So if you're going to do it, you just have to be ready for fights and everything. You understand?
Okay.
People are going to be after you. But at least I think nowadays people now understand my blogger, because when you started, people would just look at you as an enemy.
Yeah.
They would say, hey, like they didn't understand.
Most of these
what we were trying to do.
They don't even want to see our faces because they know us.
They wanted to fight us.
Yeah.
They wanted to do all these things. But now, at least now they understand. Some of them they understand. But when this blogger talks about you, it's actually a good thing for you. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So And also, you know, things evolve, things change, you know, there are some changes that are happening. So, yeah, I would say if you want to do it, you just have to do it in a different way. Like, not just this issue of just coming out and then you are attacking everyone or saying bad things about people and all that stuff.
You see?
What I think is you can just come up with a way to come up with new, maybe I can say valuable content.
Yes.
Because everything that happens, if you're someone who's got ideas of valuable information, you can always come here and then you start like commenting on those things. Like, let's say something happens and then you start coming up with, what do you call them? Lessons. I think if you do that, then I think it will make a lot of sense.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about the kind of niches that we should focus on as Zimbabwean content creators that you have noticed. Like, if one actually do this. I still remember you told me, Birioti, you know soccer. You should create a channel focusing on soccer.
My friend, if only, I always say this and I will say it. If only I was good at watching. You know, the only thing is I can't watch soccer. But if only I still had the software. Because, you know, there was time I used to watch. But then, you know, life happened.
Exactly.
Now I can't.
You no longer have the patience.
You understand? But if only do you know, watching, do you know, you can even have a podcast for Bora.
Yeah.
Imagine right now we are talking about Lionel Messi. What do you think? I think Lionel Messi. No, Lionel Messi is going to do this.
Mbappe.
All these
young ones who are coming up.
Yes, and all these, what do you call these ones? The transfers.
Yes. Especially right now, we are in January. There's a transfer.
Yes. So you say, I have heard this one is going. Do you think he's going to be playing? No, I don't think he's going to be
because of that.
You understand? So that is just content. It's just an issue of just sitting and talking.
I think I'm
talking football.
I'm gonna create a YouTube channel on that one.
Yes, do it. If only we could do it. But the only thing is,
you barely understand football.
You know, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But
business.
I think for business.
Yeah, business.
You know, I used to follow these drama things of Zimbabwean, you know, mining, mining. I used to follow it because I had to do it. I think that's what I need to do. I will have to sit down and start watching Bora.
Watching football, or even like, you know, social commentary. I wait for a day, like probably even you do social commentary in another, like different from the way we were doing it, because you are capable, you know it, you are capable of doing. I've seen, there's this guy who is doing social commentary. I don't know, he's from here, Africa. He's doing it differently. Like, he's talking about different situations which are happening in every different country, in every country in Africa. Not specifically focusing on one country.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you're focusing on one country, because you are now capable of doing international content.
Yeah.
Unlike someone who is starting from scratch. Because that guy is doing international, he's talking about Nigeria today, he's talking about Ghana tomorrow, and the feedback that he's getting is...
Yeah, I have seen, I think I know this guy. This guy, Pararan Mock News, if you know him.
No. I've seen, the channel that I've seen so far is that guy who has, like, the name of his channel and then there's English in front. It seems like he has other YouTube channels.
Yeah. I think I saw
you know
that
the guy.
He's got a French one, right?
Yeah, exactly, you're right.
Yeah.
You see how he's doing social commentary, but you see how he does it?
That one is a good one.
Exactly.
He's good.
He has like the same setup that you have right now, like the way you're sitting right now.
Okay.
He has like this mic, the kind of mic, and you'll be talking. You know, this guy can talk like you. You have a huge advantage, good communication skills.
Yeah, because the thing is all about just sitting and you'll be like, you know what, this. And then you say what you want to say. It's interesting. You know, nowadays there's what you call, I think I would say emergence. Not emergency, but like imagine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I understand.
There are a lot of, because content, you know, due to the fact that there is a lot of AI content nowadays.
Yeah.
A time is coming. Some people are teaching each other, go and do AI content. Do AI content. I don't know. I can't say anything about that. But the thing is, human beings, we want human beings. You understand?
Yeah, you see?
You understand? So, and to some people, I am one of those people. When I see an AI video, I know it. It doesn't matter how you do it. If I see an AI generated, there's no humanity in it. You understand?
Exactly.
So as for me, I actually prefer watching human beings, especially having conversations. Conversation like this. You can't make this with AI. You understand?
Exactly.
So nowadays people actually like to sit down and watch people or listen to people talking. That's why nowadays we have a lot of video podcasts on YouTube. A lot of them. People are now just sitting down and then starting having a conversation. This is just like, I think what I can say is it is the easiest time to start doing content creation in this generation.
I think it's the easiest time to even make money online.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
What do you think about Zimbabwean podcast? Like, do you think that we can do more? Because the reason why I'm asking, every podcast that I've seen so far in Zimbabwe, it's very limited. Like, it's not international content. I feel like Zimbabweans are limiting themselves in terms of creating content.
Yeah, so what happens is when it comes to, I think it all comes back to what the people want who are doing the content. Like, for example, let's say for us, right now we are doing this one and we are speaking in English.
Yeah.
We could have been speaking in Shona and it was still going to, but it was specifically going to be for Shona people.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think it's about the people who are doing the content. And also, the thing is, most people, when they hear the word podcast, that's why now people are now doing mostly social commentary, but in a podcast form. You understand?
You see?
It's like, is that same thing that we were doing?
Ola is doing that.
Yeah?
DJ Ola is doing
Yes. It's those things that we have always been doing, and then they started doing, okay, now we are talking about this. Yesterday, this one did this, and then we are talking. And then sometimes we just get the people, the one who did the thing, come, sit down, let's talk.
Amazing.
What happened, which is very good, right? But the thing is, I haven't seen a lot of podcasts that are not specifically for like
international audience.
One, international audience. Two, that are not for celebrities.
Oh,
so it's like when I want to do a podcast, I have to have someone who is already
famous.
Known. You understand? If my podcast is not you understand?
Yeah. Have you ever seen this channel, Diary of a CEO?
Yeah, there's that
guy. He doesn't invite celebrities at all.
Yes.
Today
that one is a very good concept. Wow, so I've also seen. I was in Kenya. Yeah. This other time I was with Lynn Ngugi.
Ooh.
So Lynn told me that.
Yeah.
She said, you know what? You don't need celebrities on your podcast.
I wish we can understand that.
Do you know? There's this guy. There's this guy. Do you know Think Media?
Yes.
There's a guy who left Think Media.
Oh.
There's a guy, the one with the.
I barely watch the channel.
Okay. There's a guy. He started last year. Yeah. He's making 6 figures. Do you know what he did? He's the one who was telling me that, you know what, you need to do podcast. Whatever you do in 2025, you must have a podcast. Sit down, have a conversation about anything. Sit down, have a conversation about anything.
That's the interesting part about podcast, about content creation. You just have to have good communication skills, and that's it.
Yes. And you know what he does?
Yeah.
I realized something. I was actually like, because there was a time I was trying to really understand, what is this guy doing? Sometimes he brings people, business people, and then he has communications with him. And then there are times that I was watching this other one that he did recently. And I realized this guy, he didn't have anyone to interview, right? So what did he do? Instead of of course, he could have just been sitting and talking like this to the camera.
Yeah.
Then he realized, no, I want a conversation. And then he has got this young man that he is with every time now. When he doesn't have someone to interview, he's just sitting there.
Oh, crazy idea.
So he's just talking. And then he's like, so do you know this? And this guy is like, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh,
you see, like, that's the thing. Because during this conversation, I wanted to ask you something that has been bothering. I was thinking about it. Like, the same concept that you're saying. Yeah. Like, I wanted to ask Kundai, like, what does he think about this? Like, for example, we are looking at China right now. I want to hear your own opinion. China, COVID came out of China. And it spread all over the world. And right now, we are in 2025. And people are looking at China as if nothing happened. Right now, the reason why I'm saying this, like, people are saying there is a new disease, new virus that just came out of China and it's spreading bit by bit. So people are acting as if nothing happened even before. Like people just keep on loving China. But I was asking myself, like, if this COVID-19 had came out of Africa, of any African country, were we going to treat the country the way that we're treating China right now, or there was going to be stigma, like, because of did this
even
to the
by
world?
now, maybe even the people from that country, maybe they have been, maybe
Exactly. You see?
Yeah.
Like crazy. The way people look at